Hello guys, welcome back. It's Jay Jocelyn, and today we are back. I have a computer and I can upload a lot more than I have been uploading because the last Sky Wars video was like 2-3 weeks ago. So we are revisiting a game that I have not done in a long time, Geometry Dash, and we will rank all the gauntlets in Geometry Dash and have a ranking list. Guys, this is how I rank the gauntlet. Each level in the gauntlet, I will give a score on 1 through 10. Then, that means the highest score that you could get in the gauntlet is 50. Because if you have 5 levels, all levels get 10, you get a 50. Now, I will rate each level on 3 things. Block design and design overall, gameplay, and how well does it fit the theme? Like if it's the fire gauntlet, I want to see fire in the levels. Okay? So let's get started. So guys, the first thing that we're going to do is the magic gauntlet. Now, I would do shade. Shade is blocked. Why is it blocked? Okay, well, shade. I love the moving objects. They give me such a magic feel. Then, you also have nice block design and nice gameplay. But the block design could use some work. So, I give this a solid 7.5. Next, we have Aquarius. Aquarius is bright and mystical. I mean, the block design is a little blank, but the gameplay is really nice. So this is above average level, and I give it an 8. Calaxian. Calaxian did not really give me the magic feel. It had okay block design and okay gameplay, so I give this a 7. Next we have Obsessity. Obsessity is bright and really gives me magic. Gives me the magic feel. And then it has great gameplay and great block design, but it could use some work. So I give this a solid 9.5. Next we have Empyrean. Empyrean is like Obsessity, but it lacks on some parts. But I love the cartoony feel, and it has the Minecraft Enchanted book. So it's a 9 plus the Minecraft Enchanted book, which is 9.1. So I give the Magic Gauntlet a 41.1 out of 50, which is really good. So guys, now we are doing the Ice Gauntlet. First up we have Amplification. Amplification is not quite ice, but it's the ice color. And it has great gameplay and great block design, so I give it an 8. Next we have Skyward. Skyward is a great alone level, but does not give me the actual theme, which is ice. We have a lot of levels like this, so I give it a 7. Carnation. It is like Amplification, so I give it an 8. Next we have Geobound. It is like Skyward, so I give that a 7. Now we have lastly Polyhedral. Polyhedral, it's the same as Skyward, but it has more moments that are blue and ice, which I can relate to that, so I give it a 7.5. Now we have the total score being a 37.5, which is not so good compared to our previous one, Magic. So guys, next we're doing the Shadow Gauntlet. First we have Spooky Light. Spooky Light is spooky and it's creative. It's just a great level overall. So I give it an 8.8. Wait, no, a 9. Next we have Ominous. Ominous captures Shadow and it's a great level, except for the UFO part. Has no shadow, barely any block design, so I give that an 8. Ghost Town. Ghost Town is like Skyward, but with better music, so we'll just give it a 7.1. Fear Zone. Fear Zone is great, it's creative, and it matches horror a little bit, but it's not that much shadow. It's a great level, great gameplay, so I give it a 9.5. Lastly, you have Infusion. It's just a decent alone level, and it's not any shadow, so I give that a 6. The score of 39.6 as the final score, which is pretty good even though of Infusion's ending. So guys, now we're moving on to the bonus gauntlet. And first we have Chambers. Chambers is very gray, but with color. Except for that it's literally all gray on ship and UFO part. So it deserves a 7.5. Rising. Rising is very colorful and it's not over the top. It's a great level with great block design, but it does not have that good gameplay, so it gets an 8. Battletown is the same as Rising. It has decent gameplay and decent block design, so it gets an 8. Crazy Ball. Gameplay was very good. Design is just okay. Design is pretty bland too, so it gets a 7. Payload. It is great, but some parts were a little bland, but payload was really great overall, so it gets an 8.5. Now these levels are very close in scoring, so it gets a solid 39, which is higher than Ice, but not higher than Shadow or Magic. So guys, here we get into the more newer gauntlets that are a little new. So we're gonna do the Doom Gauntlet next. Now we have Extinction. Extinction is a great level, but some parts just don't scream Doom. So it gets a 7.5. Buried Angel. It is a great level. It is creative-ish, but it could be better. So it gets a high 9 because of a great level and great block design, great gameplay. Now we have Strill Hallway. Strill Hallway does not only have a great level, great gameplay, great block design. It has the great boss battle, which earns it the first 10 of a whole entire time. Next we have No Eyes. No Eyes is like Strill Hallway, but not as good. It gets a 9.5. Then we have Darkness Keeper. Oh my goodness. Darkness Keeper is the same as Buried Angel, so it gets a 9. That leaves it with a very high score of 45 points. So guys, next we're doing the Spike Gauntlet. Our first level in the Spike Gauntlet is Victim. It is the same as Infusion, but worse. So I give it a 5.5. Pure Land is also the same thing as Infusion, but better than Victim. So I give it a 6. Tenderies. Tenderies is a great level and it captures the theme pretty well. It has really great gameplay and really great block design. So I give it a 9. Desert Bounce. I don't know if this captures the theme that well, because when I think of spikes, I don't think of a desert, but the icon shows a desert, so I don't know what to think about that, but it makes up for that in terms of great gameplay, so it also gets a 9. Powerful. Powerful is a great level, but does not quite match the theme, so I gave it a 7.5. And sadly, we have a new low, a 37. Because of Victim and Pure Land, this got a pretty low score. So we are doing the Fire Gauntlet. So first we have Outer Space. I was very disappointed at the Gauntlets of a whole just because of this level. This level is not even a good level. It's a below average level in my eyes. And it does not even say fire. Now some people may disagree with me. They don't like this level. Which it makes sense. This level does have a boss battle and it's good for that time. But I just don't like the level. And it does not say fire. So I give it a 3.5. Next we have Overture, which is also disappointing me in the Gauntlets. But it's like Pure Land, so I give it a 6. First Race. This is like Skyward, but I could see fire in this, so I give it a 7.5. Shock is like Skyward, exactly like Skyward, so I give it a 7. And Magma Sanctuary. Magma Sanctuary, save this gauntlet. Magma Sanctuary captures fire nice, and the gameplay is very good, and it is nicely decorated. So I give Magmatic Century a 9.5. So guys, this brings the Gauntlet to a 33.5, which is by far the lowest Gauntlet. So we're going to do the Time Gauntlet. First is Mind Control. Mind Control, I don't care what anybody says, I like the addition of repeating it over and over. It might be annoying to some people, but I do my levels in practice mode first. And that was a nice touch to give it the time feel. And I love how it looks. I like the level. I give it a solid 9. Now first, then we have Silence. Silence is like Sky Wars, but there is at least some time involved. Same thing as Volgatary. Wait, what? Well, let's change it. Same thing as Volgatary. Volgatary is the same thing as Silence. Half past 12. Half past 12 is, it's sometimes, like, it was very odd, but it felt like it related to time somehow. And that was great. And it has decent gameplay, a great block design, so I give it an 8. Rose. It was amazing. It was like half past 12, where it felt like a time machine, but better. So I give Rose a 9. And now that leaves the Time Gauntlet with a very close score of 41. The reason why the Time Gauntlet did not beat the Magic Gauntlet is because I gave the Magic Gauntlet 0.1 of a point for the Minecraft book. Yeah. Next, we have one gauntlet that may be able to beat the Doom Gauntlet. The Monster Gauntlet. Let's see. So first, we have Slam. And right off the bat, I just say, this deserves a 10. It has great coins. I mean, I don't know how you get these coins, because at first, without the coins, I would have given it a 9.5. And I love the boss battle. Aliens. It is 9.5. It's not as good as Slam, but it is great boss battle, and it's just a great theme to it. Monster Mischief. A 10 again. It's a lot of 10s now. I love the cartoonist trio. Actually, that's my favorite thing in Geometry Dash, so that probably upped it for me. And I like how it's set up. Next is Mechanics. So guys, I think I need to stop the video and say I'm sorry for pronouncing most of these words wrong, especially mechanism. Yeah. Next is Mechanics. It's not that good. Block design could be a little better, but it's a pretty cool level overall, so I give it an 8.3. Hellgate. It's like Mechanism, but I would say it's way better, so I give it an 8.8. That makes the Monster Gauntlet a whopping 46.6 points, which beat the Doom Gauntlet. So guys, we're going to take a step back from the newer gauntlets and go to the older gauntlets. This is the Lava Gauntlet. Now, in Funeral Area, it could be better, but I love the level. Captures lava, great gameplay. It just didn't impress me in a way, so I give it a 9. Igor. It's like Skyward, but better, so I give it a 7.5. Frontier Full. It is like Amplification. The level is good, but just because the color is red doesn't make it lava. So I give it an 8. Fire Arua. 4, no lava. I do not like the level. It just doesn't have any lava. I would say it's good as the first level in the Fire Gauntlet. So I give it a 4. Danger Zone. Great. It has a lot of lava, great gameplay, great block design. I give this a 9.5, which leaves the Lava Gauntlet at a score of 38 points. Next, we have the Poison Gauntlet. Acid Factory. Acid Factory, for me, is the same thing as Eternal Riga and the Lava Gauntlet. It is a great level, didn't impress me in a way, but great gameplay, great level. Great everything, so it deserves a 9. Beast Mode. It is like the Poison Gauntlet, but not like the it's half of the level is literally poison, half of it is not. It's a great level, so I give it an 8. Ground Zero. Just because it's green doesn't make it poison, so it gets an 8. Strip. It's a scam of Sky War, so it gets a 7. And last but not least, Generation Redo. It's just green. Like, it's the same as Ground Zero, just green. But it has a nice boss battle, so it gets 0.5 for that. 8.5. So now it leaves us a score with 40.5. So guys, now we're going to do the Death Gauntlet. First up is Gal. Gal can emphasize death a little bit more, but has great gameplay and great block design, so I give it a 9. Shuriken. Shuriken has some death part, but not really, so I give it an 8. Predator. Predator is the same as Gal, but better, so I give it a 9.5. Dust is, it just doesn't match the theme, so I give it a 7. And Beamoth has decent decoration, and it matches the theme a little bit, so I give it a 7.5. That leaves Death with a total score of 41. So guys, next we have the Chaos Gauntlet. First we have Anubis. Anubis has no chaos. No chaos whatsoever. And the level itself is just okay, so it gets a 6.5. Scarlet Surge. Chaos is there, the level is okay, but at least Chaos is there. It has decent gameplay, so it gets an 8. Drippy Drub. No chaos, but the level's pretty good, like Skyward, so it gets a 7. Capitalism. Chaos, and the level's actually pretty good, so it gets an 8.5. And finally, Dark Drop. Dark Drop is the same as Scarlet Surge, just, I would say it's a little better, but I put the same score there, so they're both an 8. That means the Chaos Gauntlet gets a 38 for their score. So guys, next we have our ultimate competition, the Crystal Gauntlet versus the Monster Gauntlet. First up we have Luster. Luster is an amazing level. Beautiful. And the gameplay is pretty good too. And the block design is, yeah, it's just beautiful. The thing that stops it from being a 10 though, some parts just do not scream Crystal at all. So I give it a 9.5. Crystal Fusion. Crystal Fusion. It's amazing. It's an amazing level. I love the level. If the cave part, I love it. It gets a 10. Sanctuary of Light. You could use more detail, but I just love the level. I mean, that's just my opinion. So you get a 10. I mean, I understand how the level is just clean, which I like it. So it gets a 10. Prismarine. Some parts are okay. Some parts are good. It gets an 8.8. Crystal Essence. Crystal Essence did not scream crystal at all. But then some parts were a little crystal, and the gameplay was really great. So it gets an 8. Now here's the moment of truth. The Monster Gauntlet got a 46.6, and now the Crystal Gauntlet gets a 46.3. Sorry, Crystal fans, but the Monster Gauntlet takes the top spot in this. I think it deserves the top spot. And yeah. So guys, to conclude this, here is the final ranking. There are 14 gauntlets. Last place is the Fire Gauntlet with a point score of 33.5. 13th place is the Spike Gauntlet with 37 points. Then the Ice Gauntlet with 37.5 points. That seems reasonable. Then Lava and Chaos. They both tied at 38 points. But in my personal opinion, I think Lava is better. Don't know how they tied, but I think Lava's better. Bonus Gauntlet. Bonus Gauntlet got 39 points and it's number ninth place. Shadow Gauntlet is 39.4 points and it got 8th place. Now here we have the top part of the list. The Poison Gauntlet, which is the 40 part. It got 40.5 and is 7th place. Now we have another tie between Death and Time. But I think Death is better, has more work in it. So I think Death, I don't know how they tie, but I think Death is better. Then we have in 4th place the Magic Gauntlet. It got the extra point and beat Death and Time because of Minecraft. So, yeah. Then we have our top 3. Doom is number 3 with 45 points. Crystal is number 2 with 46.3 points. And Monster is number 1 with 46.6 points out of 50. Pretty good. See you in the next video. Bye.